Hey everyone, Nick here with the Best Buy blog. Shure products have made it to the Best Buy store, and this is a great occasion to show you some of the great products that Shure makes. Today we're talking about microphones. We're talking specifically about these two legendary microphones, the SM58 and SM57. I'll talk to you about these microphones separately, tell you what they have in common, what their differences are, and how you could use them for your needs. So the 58 is is probably the best-selling microphone on planet Earth. You'll find it on stages worldwide, from the smallest to the biggest. You'll find politicians, religious figures talking into these microphones. They're very, very popular, and that's because they produce excellent results and they are very, very sturdy. So they are usually intended for singers and orators of all sorts. They're very dependable and they are not expensive, so it's a great buy just from that fact. The 57 is actually almost the same microphone, but with a little design difference that will actually makes a pretty big difference in its usage and sound quality. So it's basically the same microphone, but without the grill over here. It's flat. And I'll tell you what it does a bit later, but this microphone is very, very popular for studio applications. It can take, high SPLs, sound pressure levels, so it's popular for instruments like electric guitar, snares and drums. You can put it on the toms. By the way, this is like the standard microphone for electric guitar and amps. It just sounds right. It goes so well with those types of frequencies. You'll find a ton of these in every studio in the world, and it's just a great buy, like, for those reasons. So yeah, the big difference between these two microphones is this grill on the 58. The 58 has this grill and it acts as a pop shield, so it reduces consonants such as P's and D's and S's, so it helps to keep those unwanted pops and S's down. So that's why it's better for vocals. And this one doesn't have the grill, it's flat, so you can actually bring the microphone closer to your source. So you can benefit from the proximity effect. The proximity effect is this physical thing that happens when you bring a microphone closer to a source and the sound is coming from the front of the membrane and the back. This is enhances bass frequencies because there's like a pylon of these frequencies that are in phase, and it just enriches the bass. So you could actually use this microphone on vocals, and if your source can use some added bass for that radio-like effect, this is an actually interesting mic to use in those scenarios. So who are these mics for? The 58 is obviously for singers that intend to use it live. It's just very dependable, it sounds great and inexpensive. Really, it's the industry standard. A lot of people have a few of these to share with other singers. Mine has been in service for decades now, and it's never let me down. It's just like it's a well-made product that sounds well, and it's never gonna let you down. 57 is you can use it live for instruments, especially guitar and drums. Any loud source like a trumpet, for example. It just takes like these types of instruments very well. And it's a great tool to have in the studio because it's not only for like loud instruments. You can use this on acoustic instruments such as an acoustic guitar, and it's just really inexpensive. It's really normal to see a bunch of these in a studio. So yeah, I know a lot of people that have multiple they have multiple of each, and they just have a few of them just because they're so useful. And I think that's the case for a lot of people that are into music and audio. It's just that they're great products, and it's no surprise that they're like the best-selling microphones ever. The 58, I've seen it used in a lot of very popular podcasts. You could use that. You could use it in those circumstances, but I think there's a lot more there's options out there that are a lot more suited to a podcast application. There's some microphones that have suspensions and that are just like less noisy. They have a really nice enrichment in the bass, and they just produce like more like radio quality vocals. And you see like in podcasts, if they're using this mic, they'll hold it in their hands and you can hear a lot of like extra noise. It might not be the ideal. And even if it's on a stand, well, it's not like completely immune to like taps on the stand and stuff like that. So you can use it for podcasting purposes, but there might be better options out there for you. So those were the SM58 and SM57 by Shure, legendary mics. If you want more information about these microphones, please go read my full review on Best Buy's blog. My name is Nick. Thank you so much for watching.